Hello. Welcome back
to another week
of Sometimes Crypto,
the unscripted
crypto podcast.
Hey, yo. You do it so monotone.
Monotone. I like to keep my voice
Take two.
nice, steady.
Hey, two. Try again.
Nice and
Try again, buddy.
Oh, try again? Okay.
Don't try again.
I was just kidding.
I was going to go in.
You see, he takes things very literal.
Okay, cool. So today we got our good friend, Henry.
You say that to every guest we have is a good friend.
Because they are good friends. Do you have any bad friends?
I consider you. I consider you a bad friend.
They're not here on this podcast.
You are a bad friend.
Oh man. All right. So Henry,
this is your camera.
Yeah. I don't know. I've known Alex since high school. Right? What grade we met?
Middle school.
Middle school. But we didn't talk much in middle school.
Ooh.
Talked a little bit more in high school, and then not even that much.
They're
we really
lovers.
got close.
Yeah, secretly.
We really got close after.
Oh, you guys got real close, huh?
Yeah, we reconnected.
Yeah,
We reconnected.
They kindled this fire.
And William, I've known him since for about 2 years now, right?
I'm the other secret lover, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we invited you over because
We didn't invite him. Stop lying. He invited himself on. He says, I want to be on the
He's like, I
podcast.
wanna
He said,
go
I
on.
want to go on.
I was like,
Don't lie here.
I was like super excited when you said that, and I was like, hey, really? No way! Shut up! Get on.
He was, I want to join you guys.
Let's go. But yeah.
If you get canceled, it's your fault.
I try not to say anything.
No, we try to do it all the time. I think we got canceled pretty early on.
Can we curse?
Not yet, but yes.
Yeah, give it a few minutes.
Okay.
We try to wait like 5-10 minutes in because apparently the YouTube algorithm detects the cursing right away and it'll push it out. Like it won't.
Yeah.
So we try to hold off on the cursing. But you can go buck wild like in like 5 minutes.
About 5 minutes you can go.
Yeah. Let it rip.
Let it rip. So, do you want to hit news first, or do you want to ask him some questions about what he's been up to?
Whichever. We'll get to the SBF trial later. Well, I'll tie it in some way, shape, or form.
SBF trial later, for sure. Cool. So, you're a big fan of studying markets and just is it stocks or is it foreign exchange?
Forex. It is. So I started.
Or is it black market? That works too.
No, it's the stock market. I started with SPY, which would be like pretty much the broad market in
S&P 500, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like a SPY is like the ticker symbol for S&P 500?
No.
It's the cash ETF for it.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, I look at other stocks like Apple, Google, Tesla, Microsoft.
Individually.
Mm-hmm. But I don't trade them.
You don't trade.
Before we continue, not financial advice.
Yeah.
Not trading advice.
Nothing
in the store, okay? This is just us shooting the fun. Not financial advice. You may continue now.
Yeah, please don't take any trades.
Don't take any trades because of Henry. I'll let you know how they go for you.
But yeah, I mean, I have to follow them, but I don't trade them.
Mm-hmm.
But recently I went more to futures.
And how long have you been studying the stock market?
So I started really getting into it in March of 2021.
Pandemic.
Yeah.
Pandemic, yeah.
Yeah.
2020.
I started just researching. Is when I just started getting into it. Started like.
Was that
looking at
before
videos.
or after the GameStop incident?
That was after.
Load after. Yeah.
It was after, but still kind of during.
Yeah,
Like
still,
GameStop was still
like,
big news.
Big news, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it was part of the reason why
You got into the stock market?
Yeah.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, that was like trending like all over the place.
Yeah,
Everyone was talking about
exactly.
it.
Exactly.
Big
A lot of
deal.
people got into it during
So
that time.
when you got into the market, were you more interested in just like general trading, long-term investment, or like
So I didn't know
nothing
at first what I was into.
Mm-hmm.
But what I got, like what I fell in love with was day trading.
Day trading?
Yeah, day trading.
Okay, cool.
Swing trading, which for anyone that doesn't know, it means if you hold on to a trade overnight, that's basically considered a swing trade. That, I mean, I could see myself getting into that maybe in the future, but I want to master day trading first.
Okay, so like day trading would be same day, like
same day
within
close. You get into a trade as long as you get into a trade and
get
close it in the same day. Yeah,
before
that's a day
market
trade.
closes, it's a day trade.
Yeah.
And then anything that's a little bit longer would be considered a swing.
A swing trade, yeah.
Okay, for sure.
And then longer than that would be like an investment.
Just more investments, yeah. And how did you start like your educational journey on that?
YouTube.
YouTube University is the best place
YouTube
to
University, yep. The hard part was finding who to watch, because I had no idea. Like, I was just searching up videos, and then I didn't know. Everybody has a different trading style. That's another thing. So I didn't know who I liked at first, and I went through a whole bunch of channels that I didn't go back to. But I found Team Bull Trading, mainly this guy named Jadon. He's a beast, like fucking beast. Like he makes like 10 to 20K a day. Like he's insane. Like,
and he does strictly day trades?
Strictly day trading, yeah. Strictly SPY too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he's the one, he taught me the most. But I've kind of gotten away from him because his videos are just really short, and then after the move has already happened. So he's good to like backtrack and just kind of see, like, learn what happened during that day. He'll go over the day, those sort of videos. But I want to know kind of before. And I found this guy named Trade Brigade. He's like insane. He's so good. And he does a pre-market analysis. So from 8:30 in the morning, he does a live stream on YouTube, completely free, pretty much until market open. And he goes over everything. And he's just super good. I'm learning mostly from him. I love the way he trades. But yeah, I've combined him and like Jadon and Trade Brigade. And I'm making my own trading style, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna ask in terms of like that style. What were like some things that you look for when you're deciding on a trade to go into? Or
so first, I gotta like establish trend. That's the first thing I do. So I look at the weekly chart first. Then I start going down to daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, and then 5 minute, and sometimes the 1 minute. But mainly the 5 and the 15 minutes when I'm looking at nowadays. Before, I was looking more at the 1 minute and the 5 minute. So I've kind of, adjusted.
But it's strictly just SPY.
Well, I traded for like a year SPY. But now I'm doing something that is called funded trading. And if you guys don't know,
I don't know what that is.
Basically, I mean, there's so many companies that do it, so many companies that offer it, but the best one that I found is Apex. You do an evaluation, and once you pass the evaluation, they give you a funded account.
Or you don't buy the funded account?
No, you have to. I mean, you buy it, but you gotta get it. You gotta pass the evaluation first.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so like you need like to meet certain qualifications so that they could give you a funded.
They
account.
have to know you're not going to blow their money in 10
exactly.
seconds.
Yeah,
exactly.
As you open the account.
Yeah. Okay, I have heard of that. I just didn't know that it was called a funded account.
Yeah,
and then they give you a certain amount of money. It's 25K, the one that I did, but I can't use the 25K.
No, yeah.
Once if I lose 1,500, that's it. My account gets automatically locked.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For the day, for the month?
No, that's it. Like, it's gone. I have to restart.
Then why do they give you a 25K limit?
Yeah, that's why I don't understand.
Oh, I know why. Never mind.
I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, I'll tell you why.
What?
If you're doing day trades, minimum needed to day trade without any requirements is a 25K minimum.
The pattern day trader rule?
Yeah. I think that's for most accounts. You need 25K minimum to be able to do the day trade.
No, but I think...
With unlimited.
I don't think that applies for futures.
I've heard of those.
It does.
Does it?
I've only traded on Robinhood a few times. For Robinhood, it definitely counts it. And I've looked...
futures?
Futures. Options, yeah.
Options is not futures.
Okay, that's what I was actually going to ask.
Now you threw me off.
Are futures and options the same thing?
No.
They're not?
No.
So what makes them different?
Aren't you just speculating on the future price of the asset?
I know an option is like a contract to buy.
Yeah.
It is speculation on future price.
Exactly. So option trading is literally trading contracts.
Mm-hmm. It's like you promise to buy 100.
There's so many more variables that affect options than futures.
The Greeks.
Yes, the Greeks.
I remember because I did do a little bit of options trading a while ago.
The Greeks killed you.
Right before the whole GameStop situation,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone was like, "Oh, it's all about the Greeks when it comes to options."
Yeah, the Greeks. You gotta keep in mind the Greeks.
Which
Mainly.
I don't even know what that means. Like,
Bro, that's just like Chinese to most people. Even to me, like I know the main Greeks,
Mm-hmm.
but there's still some other Greeks. Like they're not as important, but they're still important.
Mm-hmm. So
so what's the futures?
yeah. So what's the futures?
So future trading, I can't explain it that well like that, but basically I can explain the trading part of it. You buy a contract as well, but the price doesn't fluctuate with, like, it doesn't have variables like the Greeks.
Mhm.
So let's say it goes up a point, it's always going to go up the same amount of money. You always make the same amount of money. In option trading, if it goes up that amount, time decay, which is theta, which is one of the Greeks,
one of the Greeks
affects it. Implied volatility
Mm-hmm.
affects it.
Yeah, the Greeks do like.
Yeah,
there's
and
more
you'll
variables
lose. You could lose more money, or you can make more money
Yeah, like
with the same move.
Yeah, exactly. It could go up the 1 point,
Mhm.
and that up 1 point could mean a completely different thing for contracts.
Yeah,
Versus futures. Futures is like more straightforward, is what you're saying.
yeah. Futures
correct me
is
if I'm
way
wrong,
more
yeah.
straightforward. I know with futures, you're basically like let's say you buy oil.
Mhm.
Once that contract has like also a certain expiration date, and if you're still holding on to that contract, by the time it expires, you're gonna get oil.
Yeah, you're
Like-
buying the oil.
Yeah.
Like, or gold or silver, like you're basically buying.
Yeah,
the-
I wasn't sure if that happens when I did the options things. So I always like, because there's times where I didn't really necessarily want the stocks. I just wanted to do the trade,
yeah, options.
and I had to make sure I liquidated like
Mm-hmm.
the
You got
contract before expiration.
Yeah, because you'll have to
Like you-
exercise it.
Yeah, it's
That's what
exercise it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want to exercise contracts. I'm just trading them.
And you're again,
But you're still buying. It's still buying a contract of some sort.
Mm-hmm. They're both contracts in a way. They're just different.
Oh, but it's just based on the speculative price of that future asset,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So give me an example so I can make sure I understood. Like what? Give me an example of a trade. Don't take it like this is an example.
So, like, I guess like today.
For example, yeah.
Okay, today I was waiting for on ES
Mm-hmm.
43.20. I had a reject there.
That was your reject line.
That was my reject. So once price hit that level, it actually hit 43.19. So it was a point off, and I didn't get in. So that's kind of sucked. Yeah, and then I got in late. I still got advantage of the move, but kind of sloppy. But I got in at 4,300
Mm-hmm.
from the move because it was so quick. And I got it down to 4,400, and I got it down to 43.95. So I only got like 5 points off the move, which is still pretty decent. But with those 5 points, and I was one ES contract, the contracts move by intervals of 0.25.
Okay.
So there's basically 4 points in like 4 moves that it could do, like 0.25, 0.50, 0.75.
Oh, and a full
for
percent.
Exactly. So each interval
Mm-hmm.
in an ES contract is worth $12.50.
Each one. Gotcha.
Yeah. So if it moves 5 points, it would be
12.5 times 5. I'm not
12.5 times 20 basically.
times the 20 basis points.
So it's like around 200 and something.
$20.
Mm-hmm.
And your loss there is there a premium, or
There is
what if it goes-
commissions. You got to pay commissions.
got you? But what if it does the opposite? So if you were betting it was going to go up or down,
I bet I went short.
you went short.
So I'm saying it's going to go down.
It's going to go down. But what if it did the opposite? What do you lose?
The same amount.
The same amount.
Yep.
Got you. Until you closed it out.
Until
essentially.
you close it out. Yep.
Got you.
so I searched it up, and options is the option to exercise it. Futures, you're forced to exercise it.
Yeah.
So like you have to like you said.
That's right. Yeah.
It's like no matter what,
Mhm.
like you have to go and buy
And it's
it. Like, you're gonna have
essentially
to
the
buy
same
oil.
thing,
Yeah.
but you have to buy it
Mhm.
unless you sell it before it gets to your target
correct.
price.
Someone
Mhm.
has to buy it, and someone has to sell it for sure.
Mhm.
Got you.
And okay, so you went straight into the futures things, or were you just trading, or because you started off with SPY and you got into futures, but were you, when you first started trading, did you get into futures right away, or were you just trading the stock by itself?
I was just trading SPY. Yeah, options. I was doing options.
You're doing options.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you've like bounced around a little bit and tested other things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did options, and it's just so much more complicated. Like futures, it's
you don't have to decay.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with all those variables. It's an implied volatility. That's another thing. That's a big one that I feel like a lot of people don't like pay attention to as much.
Yeah, because the closer it comes to expiration date and the implied volatility is less, that means your potential like return is smaller. Like,
I mean, so implied volatility is basically like, let's say there's a big news event that's scheduled, and
the macro affects it. The micro affects it. Jesus, my bad.
And the day before, it's the day before. Everybody knows that news event's coming out. There's a lot of people like you know, watching those contracts, interested in those contracts. So it goes up. But once that news event happens, literally the moment it happens,
crashes.
It's called the IV crush. It literally crashes. And a contract, let's say it barely moved, like the move barely happened, nothing happened in the move. Let's say it just stayed exactly where it was.
But the news already happened.
You lost money just because of the IV crush on the option contract. And that doesn't happen with futures. So that's really nice.
Yeah, it does seem a little bit more complicated than futures.
It's so much more complicated, honestly. But, I mean, to each their own. Some people have success with options. Some people have success with futures. It's pretty much,
it's another way to trade.
Do they trade futures on Wall Street Bets? Do you even look at Wall Street Bets?
Wall Street Bets, I used to. That's definitely how I got into it. But, honestly, you shouldn't. They're so bad. Like, it's nothing. Like, it's not real. I wouldn't, like, follow it if you're going to take trading seriously.
Go into trading, so yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's just people just YOLO hundreds of thousands of dollars, and
I've seen some.
It's great how they have hundreds of thousands of dollars to lose,
right?
Because I looked at that, I was like, the amount of people that have that much money to lose is kind of surprising.
No, and the amount of money that they have to lose is also pretty surprising. Like,
it's funny. I actually looked at the subreddit a couple of days ago, and someone made like $200,000 in a month. But the picture that they put, it looked Photoshop. So they literally had to ban him until he showed proof that it wasn't Photoshopped. And he did. He actually made like $200,000 in a month.
Damn.
Good for him.
Yeah, he put like a video and he showed it. Like it was the application.
He's like, here's a deposit into the bank account. Wall Street Bets. That was wild. Because I found it before the whole GameStop thing. And people were livid, like absolutely livid on that. But at the same time, like I remember seeing it right before this. I think it was like Virgin Voyagers, like pump that they did. And I was kind of scared to be on that subreddit because I thought it was illegal. I was like, this seems like market manipulation straight up. But then now market manipulation happened with GameStop.
Yeah.
That was market manipulation.
I mean, everyone came together. That's pretty much what it was.
That's not market manipulation.
No, the market manipulation was them closing like all trading for GameStop.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Like,
yeah.
There were the futures options because they were shorting. It was like they were shorting GameStop, and everyone kept on pumping the price of GameStop.
Hedge funds were shorting GameStop.
Hedge funds,
to be clear.
Yeah, specifically, we're shorting GameStop, and then everyone on Wall Street Bet was like, "Oh, these people are like." Deep into this, like if we just make it go up a little bit, like they're gonna be hurting, we can make some money. But then it just kept on going up, and it put so much pressure on them where they're like, oh well, we can't even hold this stock anymore, like the that short, like they're like, we need to do something, and eventually they just stopped trading. Like
I mean, the hype died down, but it was going on for a long time.
Yeah, it was a little war that they had. It was a little.
Yeah, and they kept GameStop afloat.
If you haven't heard of that whole GameStop situation,
they made a documentary. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, highly recommend.
Haven't watched it.
Highly recommend.
I didn't even know that.
Staying informed on that.
Yep. Came out recently, I think, a little while ago.
Not too long ago. I'm not sure if I saw it. Maybe not. But I do. Like I just remember seeing it live. Like it happened in front of me. Like live. I was like, this is insane.
Yeah, I saw the same thing with AMC.
Yeah, also.
Mm-hmm. And then even after Bed Bath & Beyond for a little bit.
Wow.
Until they, yeah.
I mean, Wall Street Bet single-handedly brought GameStop back to life.
Yeah.
Like for a fact. They saved that company. They saved that company. They're going into digital, like more games. Like getting rid of their physical stores. So you enjoy the trading game?
So yeah, like trading, it's not even okay. So like once you get the basic, what you would or what you want to trade, what exchange, whatever, then it's like there's so much more to it. Like you got to be on top of news. Like everything affects the stock market. You got to be on top of news. You got to know mental psychology. You got to know technical analysis, which is a big part of it too.
So game theory is kind of like a psychology of decision making. Typically whenever there's more than one player like in the battlefield, where do you think someone, like what will cause someone to act a certain way, or if they're trying to cause you to act one way. Like game theory. There's a few examples of them.
Yeah, and that's in the market, like short squeeze. Like a short squeeze, you know. Pretty much everyone's short and the market starts going up and people start panicking. Like, I thought this was going to keep going down if I got to sell. And the more people that sell,
the more it goes down.
Yeah. So that's in the market too. But what I meant with psychology was like personal psychology. Like FOMO is a big thing, you know, like going back to GameStop. Like who wouldn't want to be a part of the GameStop exploding and being at the bottom and catching the whole move, you know? You feel FOMO. You feel like you missed out.
But you catch the top and you're on the way down.
And then you're, yeah.
What happened?
But you catch the top and you're on your way down.
Yeah. People come in at the top.
That's exactly what happens to Bitcoin every 4 years.
Don't look at, stop it. I felt attacked right there.
William's like, don't target me.
You know what's funny? The month of September, the market went down a lot. I don't know if you guys saw.
Not for crypto.
For stocks?
Yeah, but not for Bitcoin. Bitcoin actually went up.
Yeah, we talked about that a few episodes. Beginning of September, we're like, typically September is a bad month for just crypto or Bitcoin. Typically ends negative, but ended like up 4% or 3%.
Yeah,
yeah, it in the green. So like the stock market was down.
Yeah, and the stock market crashed like 30 points.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like SPY went down $30.
Has it crashed recently?
I think it's up to this.
I mean, so what happened? I'll say the timeline from where I started, and then I can go a little bit back and get a little bit of from before when I started. So when I started trading, the market was going down. Like we were in a bear market, and we haven't been in a bear market in like over 10 years. So I came in to the stock market, and I'm seeing honestly new things that
hasn't been seen in
that hasn't been seen in a really long time. It's a different market. Bear markets are way more volatile than bull markets.
That's where men are made. That's where traders are made.
Yep. And that was all of we're in 2023. That was all of 2022, pretty much, just straight down. Inflation got really bad. I mean, gas prices went up. Everything happened pretty much, and the market reflected it. And then this year, at the start of this year, is we've pretty much been in a bull market, mainly because of AI. They're calling it AI mania. But yeah, like we went from like first we had the banks crash. So we got a small little crash from the banks. Silicon Valley Bank. Yeah. And a couple other banks that also went down.
Silicon Valley, North. No, I don't remember. But there was like two other ones.
We had that little crash, but then after that, it's pretty much AI. AI was all of the headlines. Nvidia exploded. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I did see that when they got the chips to be manufactured.
Check out pull up
Which one?
the chart for Nvidia, and just look at that.
What's the code for?
NVDA.
NVIDIA only makes a GPU parts, right?
Yeah, they make
Graphics cards.
graphics cards. Yeah, but
GPUs.
yeah, Nvidia graphics cards.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what does that have to do with AI?
I mean, I think most of it is based on
What range do you want? Year?
yeah per yearly. So we were down there like at 150.
So
And this was their earnings that just exploded. And
So their earnings
May
they made all-time
24th
highs.
earnings came out, and then that's when it went up to 401, and it started at 305. So it went up $100
yeah,
from here to here, and about
and right here was like all-time highs already. So
yeah, it was already on the way up.
So
And
they're-
still, right now, it's still
they were killing it. They were
Yeah.
doing really good.
as of right now. I think all-time high price was 493. It's currently trading at 457.
yeah, it's gone down a little bit.
It's $40.
September was a bad month. You could see it right there.
I had a what? Yeah, this is what
Yeah.
September end of 21st 410. Yeah, but bad month relative to where it start to where you.
Where
are.
was it?
No,
where,
yeah, it's
where,
still-
where what would you see is like 52-week low?
What does it say here?
Yeah, because like 440, 490 sounds good, but like where was it at a year ago, 2 years ago?
So year to date, so as of January 5th, it was 142.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
yeah, that's actually really big.
It's up a metric crap ton.
Yeah, that's a lot,
Yeah.
and that's because of
What's that
AI.
one?
Just because AI, pretty much.
It's almost up 300%.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
insane. That's a lot of money.
AI, as you're saying.
AI, and then everyone's getting an AI. Google, Microsoft.
Everyone has an AI.
Everyone, no, every software company's put.
Yeah, exactly. So
implementing AI.
that's pretty much what kicked off the little bull market we had this year.
But you consider it a fake bull market or a real bull market?
I'm not sure because
What do you mean by fake and real?
Fake in the sense of it's due to one, and just like you're saying, it's only due to AI. It's not
like
because
hype.
markets
It's hype.
are actually doing good.
Yeah, I would say it's fake, honestly.
It's not because
It's because of the hype of AI.
Mhm.
because technically we still have high inflation.
Yep.
Interest rates are still skyrocketing.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's gonna still stay high. Oil prices are up.
Mhm.
Everything's up. Like commodities are. Everyone's paying for more. Everyone's paying
More.
Their dollar's going for their
Yeah.
dollar's going not
Less.
as far as it used to. So that's why I say fake.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would say fake too then. by that
Yeah, that's why I
definition.
wanted to ask, because like, what do you mean by fake? Because obviously, like, the market, if it's not fake, it went up. Like that.
Yeah, but you're fake in the sense of money's so expensive to get.
yeah, of course, yeah.
Mhm. I mean, we got an inflation report tomorrow.
Do we?
PPI.
PPI comes out.
And then CPI.
Comes out next week.
No, on Thursday.
Thursday?
Yep.
Oh, I know it was this. I didn't know it was this week.
Very big market movers. Very important to know if we get another rate hike this year. That's pretty much what the market is.
Is waiting for.
Because Jerome Powell said one more could be still
Possibly.
Still possible this year.
What's your percent on that? That it comes in one more.
How
likely
likely do you think it is that this is going to happen?
I don't know, but there's a website that says it.
What?
What website?
Is
I
that,
don't know the website.
What do
but
what
I
do you-
know there's a website that has it. Literally fluctuates every day. It gives you the percentage of what people think is the rate hike percentage would be for this next one that's coming and the following one.
Oh no, it's probably a
Yeah.
quarter.
Yeah.
It's probably like 25
He
basis points.
he hasn't done
I don't think he's gonna do more than
any
that.
more.
No. I mean, like the chance that there is a hike.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the question. That was the question.
I say he does one more.
You think so? This month?
Is it this month? No, it's not.
It's in 3 weeks.
It's in 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's towards the. I think it's early November. Maybe.
Yeah, if it's in 3 weeks, it's already November. Right before holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Do you?
What?
No, I was gonna say if you think it's necessary, but like if you think it's gonna happen, then yeah, it's probably because Jerome Powell thinks it's necessary.
So from a trading perspective, I don't really care if it happens.
He trades
or
with
not.
the trend.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I don't really care whether it happens or not. I'm not trading the event, but I could trade the news after the event, just based on technicals. Because that's the way I like to trade, technicals. Obviously, I want to know what's going on in the world, but technicals is the reason I put a trade. It's purely technicals. And by technicals, I mean support and resistance, EMAs, trend. I use something called Fibonacci retracements. They're amazing.
I've heard of them. I don't.
It's a trading strategy. It's just a tool, and you can base trades on them and other things. It's better if you combine a whole bunch of things.
Sounds like a rainbow chart type thing.
Yeah,
right?
like multiple levels.
But probably something different also.
Wait, what? Like the Fibonacci retracements? That's what it sounds like?
Yeah. Like
it's like the way you use them is like if it's you need to have a trending market in order to use them. And let's say you're in an uptrend, you just basically get the low point of the trend of the move and then the high point, and it'll give you a whole bunch of like percentages. The main ones are 32 the 32 point something, I forget that one. I don't use it that much. I use the 50 and the 61.8. I feel like the market respects those more. Yeah. And I just combine it with the other tools. That's how I base a trade. Yeah. I don't care.
Just gather information
whether it's up or down,
and come up with a decision. Oh, I wanted to ask if markets were affected, like how you saw markets open, because I didn't look at the markets yesterday or today.
Bitcoin went down.
Bitcoin went down?
Yeah. It's currently, last time I saw it today, was like 27.5.
So with the war, you mean, right?
Yeah, because
with the war,
so
shitty situation all around.
Since it happened over the weekend, the markets were closed, but they opened red.
On Monday.
Yeah, they opened red on Monday, down like on SPY. I think we closed Friday like 431 or 430, somewhere around there, and we opened like 427, and we just went up from there. It's been. But where we're in, since we went down so much recently, we're up. It's just a little counter trend rally, is what they're calling it. You know, like a little. There's so many different names for it. Dead cat bounce. That's another name for it. It's just a rally from the big downtrend move that we just made. Like the big. We're just bouncing
because it rallied back.
Yeah, it's rallying back a little right now, but that's expected. We're still in a downtrend right now, but for the year we're still up. So it just depends on the perspective that you look at it.
The time frame.
Yeah. From the beginning of October 11th of last year, we're at 3,588. This is S&P 500. And we're at 4,358. Like almost, 1,000? 800? 7 actually.
Oh, can you put...
Yes.
ES?
Just ES?
ES chart. Because I think that's SPX, what you're looking at.
Maybe.
They're a little different. They're like around the same number, but they're a little different.
Well, you guys are looking for the market trades.
I was looking for the futures.
Let's see if I can do it. Let me see if I can open on TradingView.
How many hours a day do you spend trading?
That's a good question. Today, I went way longer than I wanted to. I went till 2 o'clock.
Till 2 o'clock?
Yeah.
From open?
From open.
This one?
Yes.
Now, why do you say that's longer than you wanted to?
Because...
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It just... it depends.
It's a bad thing because it's longer than you wanted to.
But from the way I learned it from Jadon, he likes to trade 9:30 to 11, and then that's it. He's done for the day. And this kind of goes back to the psychology part of it. You don't want to over trade in the market.
That's
yeah, they're 43.92. Those were the numbers I was telling you. So I was watching for 44.20.
Mike's not getting you.
Which would be My bad. I forgot. I gotta take it.
You gotta take it with you.
You gotta take it with you.
Or you can just take the laptop,
so yeah,
whatever you
like,
want.
where were we? Right here. I think we bounced down from right. Yes. What time? What?
This is on the bottom.
Let's put.
That's put in one day. Should be easier.
Yes.
Gotta get the HDMI cable connected. Record the screen.
Yeah,
Yeah, we gotta. I was thinking about printing it out.
He's gonna bring.
We're looking at the chart. We're sorry you can't see it, but we're looking at the.
I mean, you can
S&P.
search it up for today. What's today's date?
The 10th.
The 10th.
Yeah, the 10th.
October 10th.
But what time do you want? Because here are the hours: 23, 22. It's just in military time. What you want specific time?
I mean, I just these prices. Let me check my phone.
Check your phone. We have no rules against using cell phones in the podcast. You're allowed to look at them.
You could pull up anything you need to pull up.
43.93, right? That's where it's at.
43. We're here.
Yeah.
43.92, 75. Yeah.
So what if you go to like daily?
That is the daily chart.
This is monthly.
That's a monthly chart, correct?
What about the 5 minute or like 15 minute? Can we do that?
But the market's closed. Or are you looking for something specific?
This is a 5.
I'm just looking for today. There you go. So zoom into there, right there.
For you right now.
And you made a trade today?
I made a couple trades. I actually started negative today, but I bounced back, and I ended up plus $260 on the day.
Oh, nice.
So this literally right here, this is the reject I was watching for 44.20, and boom, there's the move.
There's the move.
Yep.
So this took what? This because each candle takes 5 minutes, so you had to hold that for a while.
Yeah, I mean that's why I missed it. So I got in, but then it looked like it wasn't going all the way down, so I got out. And I literally got in up here, and I got out right here.
On one of these?
Yeah, on one of those, and I basically missed the whole move.
He took it on one of the earlier trades before it really bottomed out.
Yeah, and then I got in again.
Oh, on the downturn?
Like right there, and I caught this small little move.
This move down?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
But I missed literally that.
But you missed your pattern, though, because wouldn't you say it's risky to take this, jump in like around here?
Yeah,
on the way down?
Definitely was riskier. Yeah, it was.
Because there's no, at that point, you don't have any resistance on it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you take a screenshot of that? Yeah, I'm gonna be like, yo, let's
no, not that.
Slap it up on there.
I don't remember how to do that now. So I don't remember how to take a screenshot right now.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Actually,
and I also caught
just did it. Don't worry.
A little
I'll
bit.
search it up.
So right here, I caught. If you zoom in on this,
Yeah, go for it.
Can you do it? Because I don't. On my platform, I just scroll and it like highlights what I.
No, this is. You're talking like right on here.
Yeah. So right here, this little breakout with that top wick right up there.
Where the wick ended.
Mm-hmm. I got that small little move right
You
there.
you got in or got out?
I got in long right here.
Mm-hmm.
Once it broke out right here, I got all the way to the top, like that top.
You caught the top and then waited for
wick.
the. So you caught the wick here and then sold around here.
Yeah. No. I caught down here and I sold on the top of the wick.
So you were going.
I was going long right
You were
there.
going long. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry for those listening. We're talking about the trade that he took this morning that he missed the. He took an early point and then he missed the real downturn.
Yeah.
At like, what time is this? What's 17:05?
17:05. 5:05.
5:05. So yeah, he missed the 5:05. 5:05.
That's the wrong UTC.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was say, I'm like, wait a minute.
UTC. I think there's a 3-hour difference from us and
so
UTC.
it's probably like 2:00.
Something like 2:00. It was like, but you said that was towards your end. That was the end of the day or beginning of the day?
No. It was towards the end of the day. I stopped around.
Okay. Yeah, that was around 2:00 then.
Yo, time zones so annoying.
Yeah, I was like 17. I was like, the market shouldn't be open.
There we go.
That's funny. Time zones, they're a thing. Space time.
13.
13.
So
1
o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Yeah, I was gonna say 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I just switched it to New York time.
At 1 o'clock.
So we can function. Our fault for all that time we just had on this podcast. We got into the trading.
They got excited. They're like trades.
Oh Jesus.
Trades. So news. You want to go into news with SBF or
whatever. So SBF trial continued today, and you know what happened with SBF, right? Sam Bankman-Fried?
No idea.
No idea?
No idea.
Never heard of Sam Bankman-Fried.
Never heard of FTX, the exchange?
FTX sounds.
Huh?
Ethereum?
No, FTX.
No.
Cool. This is gonna be fun.
So we're gonna explain some of the FTX things just because we're already at it. So it was this.
FTX is a
FTX?
cryptocurrency exchange.
This guy? You never remember seeing him like at a Heat game or something?
No.
Okay.
So he ran this big crypto exchange.
Like second largest in the U.S.
Yeah, second largest.
And like third largest or third largest in the world.
And he had the naming rights to the was the American Airlines Arena. It's now the Kaseya Center.
Casino Center.
So FTX was literally on the American Airlines Arena over there. And what was that? Has it been a
It's
year?
been a year.
A year?
It's almost a year now.
Yeah. That the company went bankrupt. They couldn't pay people their funds because there was a whole lot like embezzlement going on pretty much, and he's having a big trial going on that started last week on Tuesday, a week ago.
Yeah, November 11th is going to be a year in November.
That company was worth billions of dollars.
Yeah, he was at the age of like 31. He was the youngest billionaire in the world, like the youngest billionaire ever, essentially. One of the youngest.
His ex-girlfriend, Carolina
Ellison
was the CEO of another company that
co-owned, like started by him as well.
And they were pretty much, he was giving that company Alameda Labs or Alameda Research. They're giving them like loans, so they could invest it into crypto and supposedly into the company. But what ended up happening was anything but that. And that whole trial is starting now. So she went on to testify today, which was the big news.
Yeah, she's testifying against him, saying that there was exactly what they said, like that she was part of commingling of funds. So just essentially FTX, the exchange, used customer funds, which they weren't supposed to use because they were just meant to be held there. They took about $14 billion. That FTX gave the company $14 billion of customer funds to trade with.
Oh,
yeah. And that they didn't. Damn. And that she did say, we gave some of it back, but there was an $8 billion hole that they couldn't account for. So they essentially had a bank run on the exchange itself. So at one point they caught that this token that they held, FTT, which was created by FTX to just for them to use for customers to be like, you get discounts or whatever, was held by Alameda, and another company, Binance, held another $2-3 million, maybe even more worth of it. I don't remember the exact number now. And Binance was like, I'm selling this. It's fishy because Alameda held like a big portion of that liquidity. So it was so fragile. It was too illiquid. Yeah. So the price wasn't stable.
Yeah.
So when everyone started to realize that, everyone started to sell the FTT coin. Mm-hmm. Once the depositors started to try to pull out their crypto, they couldn't withdraw because there just wasn't enough money to withdraw. So it caused a bank run, and they went bankrupt.
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
But it's all for money laundering, but wire fraud and everything else. So he's on trial for that. She pled guilty to everything, and now she's testifying today alongside with the co-founder of FTX as well.
I see.
So she testified basically saying that she took $14 billion, that all the crimes that are alleged are accurate, that she did do all that, which I have on my phone. Give me a second. I'll pull them up.
A crazy thing that I remember hearing when this news broke out was that two executives of FTX both happen to be like the top funders for campaigns and like fundraising in both sides of the political parties. Like there was someone who was like one of the biggest funders for the Democrat Party, and then another person was like one of the biggest like funders for the Republican Party, and that caused a lot of like controversy. People were saying, "Oh, like those politicians got to give the money back." There's no way they're going to be able to give that back because they already spent it. But at the same time, like the politicians didn't know, so it's like a whole lot of stuff going on with that.
Like anytime Alameda, like because they were trading on margin, so anytime in that point in time, crypto's on the downturn, so they're being margin called left and right, and all they would do is just go call Sam, and he'll figure it out for us to their lenders. So he was basically using customer funds to pay out the debt that they had.
Yeah.
So that's a whole shebang.
Yeah, I see.
And the whole was about $8 billion that they couldn't cover out of the billions of dollars they had. And it's a big scandal because they were promoted by Tom Brady, Kevin O'Leary, a whole bunch of just like stars. So that's currently what's going on, which she testified today just saying, hey, what you're alleging is accurate. It is exactly what you're saying. And so was the other guy that they alleged, which was the co-founder. Let me get his name in there. Where are you, buddy?
Yeah, so Bitcoin was on a downturn.
Gary Wang.
Who?
Gary Wang, the co-founder of FTX.
Oh.
With him.
Crypto was on a downturn, like William mentioned. Crypto was on a downturn, and that's why Alameda kept on getting margin called. And Bitcoin around the price before the whole incident, it was around 26,000. And at least from what I'm reading, it's accurate. I don't know if it's specific, but it's about 26,000. And then after the crash, it dropped down to like 17. And then after time,
I saw when it was at 17.
Yeah, it was because of that whole shabacle.
Yeah,
I didn't even know.
Debacle. But his trial starting, which he should be found guilty without too much struggle.
Yeah, so like the whole like issue at first was like people were saying that he wasn't going to serve any jail time, that he wasn't even going to go to jail, but it's pretty much a big Ponzi scheme that he was running.
But yeah, it's fun stuff in the crypto market. And they're just trying to change like loans out. Like they had loans with Genesis, another crypto lending company. And they're just trying to change the loans from margins to fixed loans, just so they wouldn't be margin called and lose the assets that were customer funds. So it's great stuff when you centralize exchanges, fuck around and find out type of situation.
Yeah, because like William says, if you had your crypto on like your own like individual wallet, then you had nothing to worry about. Besides the fact that the world's third largest crypto exchange just went bankrupt, that's typically like bad news for like an industry. So the market did get hurt, but overall the people who owned crypto within their own wallets weren't, for the most part, unaffected.
Yeah.
Another big thing was a lot of the talk was that FTX, the exchange, would never use customer funds for anything. It was just meant to, if you leave your funds in FTX, they're not going to be touched. You're just going to be left alone, which was a lie. Because they obviously did use it. Because they also had other things that you could lend your crypto, you could stake it, you could use it for other things, and like move it from a regular just holding account to like an active hot like lending type of situation, which people did do, but they knew that they were signing up for that risk that you can potentially lose the assets. And he was trying to play it off like, oh no, it was just mislabeled, like not all of the accounts were like that, which wasn't the case. He just blatantly used it. Now they're in court. She's gonna testify until tomorrow, I think, from what I read.
She isn't going to testify until tomorrow?
She's going to testify until tomorrow.
Until tomorrow. So they're going to call her back on the stand tomorrow then.
Yeah, because they first had the co-founder up until like 12 o'clock. She came on at 12 p.m. and then she was there until like 3, 4. And now they're going. Then they closed it out.
Apparently she said that SBF directed her to commit these crimes. Like she's like, yeah, he told me to do all this stuff.
Which, either way, fuck you. You are an asshole and a piece of shit. Because you knew what you were doing.
Yeah, she was well aware of what was going on.
Like, they were all aware.
Yeah.
That's why it's kind of like annoying that they all took plea deals to like get SBF, the main guy, when it's like everything's blatant. You don't need to plea deal here. You're all guilty of being scumbags.
Yeah, they're all well aware. They're not idiots.
Alleged.
They all pled guilty.
Huh?
They all pled guilty. They're not alleged.
SBF is alleged.
Yeah.
A scumbag. I mean, he's still a scumbag.
Yeah. Okay, but here's the thing. Carolina Ellison just went on the stand, and
she pled guilty to everyone. That was her first 5 minutes. Her first 5 minutes was just saying, "I am guilty of all my crimes."
So unless you committed perjury, like that
you're
guy,
right. It's not alleged.
So what
Scumbag.
happens after the trial?
Well,
So if SBF is found guilty for all his charges, which as of right now he probably won't get all of them. He'll get, from what we saw, is like 3 to 4, like 3 of them.
he's facing 7 charges.
He's facing 7. 3 of them are like concrete. He can go to jail for, and those are minimum 30 to 40 years. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, about 30 years.
Yeah. And then if he gets
If
convicted
he
of the other ones,
of all of them total,
it's 115 years.
100. Yeah, over 100 years in prison.
Which
Maximum sentence.
Yeah. Which he probably will get the maximum sentence. And then Carolina Ellison and the other people, since they got plea deals, it's not up in the air. Like, I don't think they've said what what it would be.
Yeah, they probably have a deal and that's it. Like they're keeping it on the down low.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like the big stuff.
But just
Yeah,
scumbags.
I didn't know about this, and if I did, I probably just brushed over it. I was not following this at all.
Yeah, in crypto.
Yeah, I mean that's true, but it still affects it a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, definitely affect. Were they public? No, they weren't publicly traded. They're private.
They're a private company.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, never mind.
Yeah, no,
they're
it
private.
wouldn't affect the market.
I do know people that were like kind of like not completely aware of the situation, and they just assumed that crypto,
Bitcoin was the issue.
yeah, got messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay, yeah, we were talking about FTX and Bitcoin price when that happened. So
Yeah, it dropped from 17 to
Yeah,
from 32 to 17.
yeah, so 32 was its all-time high. Was the high back in May 29th, May 29th, 2022. It started dropping a little bit down, so that's when like it started doing downtrend into June. It recovered a little bit in August. Traded sideways a little down, actually pretty down. Most of August and September was when it was like kind of like leveling it off, and then October sideways, also a little bit like recovery. But news for FTX came out November 2nd. It dropped immediately from where it was like kind of like recovering up from from like 20,000 to a quick little drop of, oh my god, this is so hard. Quick little drop, and it dropped down to like 18,000, 17,000 after the news. Like that news is what brought Bitcoin down to the low of the bear market, which was still higher than, well, it was like around the same price of like the all-time high for the previous market.
Scumbag.
And why did it drop from 30 to, what was it, 60?
Yeah, from 60 to 30. Yeah.
Well, why did it crash?
Yeah.
It does that.
Yeah, so typically people like catching the trend up, and it feeds into the price. So it's always like market starts to, oh, Bitcoin, and start investing.
It just topped out.
That has happened every time there's like a happening event where the amount of Bitcoin being issued gets cut in half. That cycle goes on, and each time it's, at least there's this thing that we expect it to like not be as like volatile as time progresses, because more people are in the market and the supply is just smaller.
Yeah.
Typically what always happens is higher highs but also higher lows.
Yeah, so like I said, all-time low, I think I saw it someplace. Oh yeah, 15,700.
Beginning of January, right?
No, that's still in November, like right after
after?
Yeah, like 15,000. Like if you could get it for $15,000, like the absolute cheapest you're gonna find it. Like I didn't see it for like much less than 16,000. And the peak from the previous market before that was like 18,000, 19,000. Oh no.
I mean
the previous bull market. This chart doesn't go that far.
You guys think it's gonna go back up to like 60 all-time highs?
I'm sure you're not a watcher of this podcast.
This is not financial advice.
This is not financial advice, right?
Yeah, we're expecting another
recovery.
So by next year, the first Bitcoin ETF ideally will be approved, with a handful of like 7 other ones.
You know what an ETF is, right?
An exchange
Traded fund.
Yeah,
correct.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much trades on the stock market.
Yeah,
put Bitcoin on the stock market. Granted, it's going to be managed by the fund the company that's
no, it's going to be allowed to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just going to be tradable,
mm-hmm.
but it's going to be owned by that company.
Mm-hmm.
So you buy that company's ETF. Ideally, you're buying into Bitcoin, just backed by the company.
Mm-hmm. So we expect that to bring in a lot of liquidity into the.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Yeah, so it's like a $30 trillion market of assets under management, where people are expecting at least 1%. So like 30 billion to be injected into the market relatively quickly.
That's insane.
That's
respectfully.
Because I mean, market cap for crypto at all-time high was like 3 trillion, with Bitcoin being like 1.5.
Yeah. Ideally, it's 1%. It could be 0.5%. We don't know.
Yeah, obviously.
But the idea is 1% is relatively nothing for these for what the amount of people that are going to get into it, or the companies that will. It's also what we talked about like a few 2 episodes back. It's just how easily it will be for institutions to just buy into the market without having to use their own money. They'll be able to take out loans or just borrow whatever they can get with their whatever banking company they use,
mm-hmm.
and then borrow against their asset once they have it.
I think I remember seeing somewhere. I'll see if I can find it so I could throw it in there. But J.P. Morgan released like a report, and other financial institutions have released support, but J.P. Morgan was noted as the most conservative report, and it was placing Bitcoin at like $47,000, $50,000. And that one's
I did see something.
And that was the most conservative one.
Yeah, and ARK Invest had Bitcoin like $1 million.
Yeah,
but they're Bitcoin they're crypto maxis.
They're all tech. It's all tech.
Yeah, so definitely won't be $1 million, but it should be somewhere.
The average of what I saw, like a lot of like those
upwards of 40,000.
Yeah, definitely upwards of 40,000. And that's like
so cheap right now.
That's the idea.
Get in while you can. No, just kidding.
Get it while you
Not
can.
financial advice.
Not financial advice.
That has been said for like throughout this episode. So whatever you people do is your problem.
That's on
you. But yeah, we are expecting that to happen. Happening is happening. And plus, just because it's not popular in the U.S. or on the West, in Asia, it's like happening. Everyone's they're into crypto, into what it can do, everything.
What are they doing over there?
Well, have you heard of El Salvador? El Salvador.
Mm-hmm.
They made Bitcoin legal tender. Like it is legal.
I don't know how it's working out for them anymore, but
yeah. They're building mining facilities out in like volcanoes that they have over there. They plan on using steam to power engines and power the computers to mine Bitcoin. Natural resource, renewable, clean energy. And they're issuing bonds against those they're calling it Bitcoin bonds. So pretty much anyone who's buying bonds in El Salvador is pretty much giving the government like upfront money so they could invest it into mining Bitcoin and developing the Bitcoin city.
That's cool.
That's El Salvador. That's not Asia though.
Yeah, and Asia, they're just using it, like they're just implementing it as much as they can. Like their people take it, like merchants are trying to adapt it and use it, making it just more commonly used.
Are they doing like a tap, like an easy pay feature with it?
QR codes.
QR codes.
Yeah,
okay.
It's pretty much just scan, send.
Gotcha.
And it's pretty instantaneously using the Lightning Network.
Well, that's not just Bitcoin. They're using like all crypto.
Yeah.
Whatever whatever best suits their needs.
Yeah. Around the world, there's a big market. There's a whole bunch of use cases, and
also they also have some of the most just regulate. Like they're at least regulating. They're giving you a path to what you can at least do with it. Versus here, we have no idea.
America's like super behind.
We're like one of the most behind
in terms of
regulation,
defining and creating legal framework for Bitcoin or crypto in general. So
I saw like a Bitcoin ATM at a gas station.
They're all over the place.
Yeah,
they're all over the place.
Really?
Yeah. Walk around South Beach.
Yeah, I saw one. I think I saw one around there.
Gas stations. There's a bunch of gas stations with Bitcoin ATMs. Have you ever tried using one?
Nope.
No. He doesn't have Bitcoin.
Oh, he doesn't have Bitcoin.
No.
Let's have Bitcoin to use it, man. But yeah, that's the fun stuff. Also, a lot of the cryptos that they're also building up. One of them is Filecoin. They were talking about how to implement Filecoin to store the AI data instead of being on centralized exchanges. I mean, a centralized like AWS,
server. Like a centralized server, yeah.
So the same AWS feature for Amazon. Instead of using Amazon, you would use a Filecoin or just that network, which will allow you to do the same thing.
Yeah. So essentially, I have a server. I have a little server down there that I don't have plugged in. I could plug that in, start running Filecoin on that, and offer disk space on that server to the Filecoin network. If someone wants to store something, they pay me in Filecoin. If they want to access it, then they pay in Filecoin to like access it again. But that's theirs. It's encrypted whenever it's stored, and it's encrypted to your specific wallet. Wallet's private
that's
key.
Cool.
Yeah. So decentralization is definitely going to be a big thing. We see it growing in the future.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going away. It's not going anywhere. Oh, Helium. We talked about this. I think it was either last episode or the episode before.
Yeah.
It's like a proof of connection type network where there would be various routers spread around the city, and so you'd be the owner of your router. If someone wants to send messages or like information to another like device, it would use the routers as like hops for that information to send the packet over until it reaches the final device. You would pay in Helium token to those routers. It's just very small. It's micropayments pretty much. Small amounts of Helium to get your packet to where it needs to go. There's this phone plan going on that they're testing here in Miami that lets you use the Helium network on your phone. So your phone will be connected to like the routers in your area, and it will be making those phone calls through that network.
Are a lot of those routers?
Yeah. There's actually
they're building it out now.
Yeah. There's this kid who was like at the time 11 years old, and he was like, he pretty much was with him and his dad. He was like, let's buy a bunch of routers and give them out for free. And his whole thing was like, we're gonna give them these. I forgot the name of the company. I'll see if I can find it. But the kid would give out a bunch of routers. They were super cheap at the time because the market, it was just the beginning of Helium. And he would be like, oh, just plug this in. Like we'll split it. You get 30%. I get 70% of whatever it generates. You get the device for free. All you gotta do is plug it in. And the guy plugged it in, and the kid became a millionaire, multi-millionaire, before even becoming a teenager.
Crazy.
I saw him at some event that I went to when I first started getting into crypto, and I was like, yo, that kid's a baller. I was like, yeah, duh. Like, how, like that was a pretty good idea. Set himself up.
Fun stuff happening.
Yeah, crypto is definitely gonna have a lot of things coming out in the future. We're excited. That's what we're here for. Documentation.
Yeah, sometimes crypto.
Talked about trading today. It was a good time.
Different avenue.
No, you can just trade.
You can trade Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You can trade futures you can trade Bitcoin futures.
Bitcoin futures.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually kind of what I want to look into. I was telling William that I need to spend some time like doing technical analysis and just like looking at Bitcoin and like trading. Just Bitcoin.
Literally just look at the graph every day.
Yeah, that's
all you gotta do. And you get the feel for it. Watch videos.
Mm-hmm. Cool. You guys want to wrap up?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, you got anything to say?
No. You got anything to say?
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in.
This guy.
Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. We love your company.
Like and subscribe.
If you got any questions, concerns, or comments,
Leave that.
throw it down there.
You good?
Yeah, I don't know. I just
You
pointed back
good
down.
there, buddy?
I was gonna say something. I
He
don't even
does
know.
that. He
I didn't even know what I was gonna say. I was just gonna say.
he forgets how to function sometimes.
Henry, do you want people to find you?
No.
No.
Okay, good.
They'll find you.
Good idea.
One day you'll be found.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm living in the woods off grid.
off grid.
Yeah.
Good. Off grid, but on camera.
Yep. Rare appearance.
Cool. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
It's been another week.
Of Sometimes Crypto
The Unscripted.
Podcast.
Hey, yo.